What's up, y'all? It's your girl Imani Ciara, and I'm here with my very first story time. As you can tell by the title, this is gonna be about the time I almost got arrested in fucking Panama City Beach, y'all. So if you haven't already, grab your snacks, grab your drink, grab your blunt, wherever you do, and get comfortable because it's finna get messy.
She said, bottles, ones, bottles, ones.
So I'm gonna go ahead and set the mood for y'all. This is my senior year, and I am about 2 months away from graduating, and it's spring break. So spring break comes around, and the whole year before, I was like, I gotta take a senior trip, and we're going to PCB. And if y'all don't know what PCB is, I think you live under a rock. Panama City was like the #1 spring break destination for like high schoolers and college students for so long, for years and years and years, y'all. And 11th grade, like my 11th grade year, my cousin, him and his girlfriend were going, and I'm super stoked. I'm like, I'm going with y'all. Like, I'm gonna hop in the car with y'all. When I get there, drop me off at the Burger King, because I had some mutual friends, like of my cousins and mine, that said I could stay with them if I paid them, and to meet them at Burger King. So anyway, y'all, my mom was not having it. She was not having it. So like, I was so hurt, y'all. I was so hurt. So I couldn't go my junior year, and I was really crushed about it. But I was like, for senior year, like, I don't care what my mama say, like, she don't got no control over it, like, I'm going. So fast forward, like I said, it's spring break of my senior year, and I am going around, and I started like with my close friends, like my best friends, and like, y'all, they were all giving me excuses, like every single last one of them.
I'm not going, like, no.
Anyway, I'm asking them, everybody giving excuses, y'all. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And even one of my friends was even like,
I heard they're not gonna be jumping this year. Like, nope, this is not gonna be like it was last year. Like, I don't even wanna go.
The main thing somebody who don't got the money or can't go say is,
I heard it was gonna be lame. I heard like nobody's gonna be there.
You just can't go. If you just can't go, say you can't go, sis. Like, so I'm like, okay, whatever. So at the time I was working at McDonald's, and the McDonald's was like right up the street from my school, and right up the street from my grandparents' house, and I was staying with them at the time. So I go to work or whatever, and I'm like so mopey that day, y'all. So one of my managers, he overhears me, and we're gonna go ahead and give him a name. We're gonna call him Harry. Harry, he was like, he had went to my high school too, and he was real cool. Like, we were cool as fuck. Like that was my dog. Like, that's my nigga. Like, so Harry, like,
where you trying to go, sis? Like, I hear you moping around. Like, where you trying to go?
And I'm like, I'm trying to go to PCB, but I don't got nobody to go with me. And Harry was like,
Hey, what's up? Like, I'll go. I want to go.
He was like,
I didn't get to take my senior trip.
and Harry had graduated like 2 years prior.
He was like, I never got to take no senior trip.
His ass ended up going to jail. So I'm like, okay, Harry, like, cool. Like, yes, okay, bet. Like, do you know anybody else that can go? And he was like,
my girlfriend to go.
and I'll go ahead and give the girlfriend a name. We're gonna call her girlfriend Kay. So Harry was like,
Shit, me and Kay will definitely go.
so I'll go verify with Kay. I'm like, Kay, you gonna go to PCB? She like,
Hell yeah.
and Kay was homeschooled. Like, she graduated from a homeschool, so she didn't get no senior trip either. So I'm like, bet. So now it's me, Harry, and Kay. So me, Harry, and Kay talking or whatever, and I'm like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and let y'all know I don't have no car. Like, my mama was not letting me drive my car down there. And of course, I'm not old enough to rent a car, so I'm like, do y'all have a car? And Kay was like,
Man, like, not only do I have a car, like, I have a truck. Like, my daddy, he'll let me drive his truck.
and it was like a big body truck, like one of those country ass trucks, y'all, like. And one of my managers, my other managers, and we're gonna call her Big T. Big T was like,
When y'all trying to go?
and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, well, we're trying to go XYZ, whatever the dates was. She like,
Shit, I'll go. And so will blase, and blase.
like, it was her and like 5 other people, like her and her friends. Like, where she was like,
Send me the link to the hotel. We're gonna drive our own cars, but like, we'll trail y'all there. If not, meet y'all there.
so I'm like, okay, bet. So the next day, I go out to my friend and we'll call her, let's call her PP. So I go out to PP house and I'm like, PP, like, let's go to Panama, bitch. And she like, cool.
Like, that's okay.
And I'm like, damn, like, y'all the only, like, because those were my close friends too. And I'm like, y'all the only ones I didn't ask. For some reason, I just thought y'all wouldn't want to go. She
Like, what the fuck? This our senior year too. Like, duh, bitch, we want to go.
So I'm like giving her a rundown of everybody who already going. And she just like, bitch, I don't care. Like, let's go. Like, let's do this. So I'm like, bet. So now it's like Big 10, all her friends, me, Harry, K, and PP, and then our other friend Nicole, who I do have a story time coming up very soon on. She was like,
y'all bitches not, I'm coming too. Like, the fuck? Y'all bitches not gonna leave me out.
and the good thing about Nicole was like she always had the money to go. So I'm like, great, now I got my friends, I got like some mutual friends, and then we got Big T and her friends just for like an extra turn up. Like, we're gonna have a fucking blast. So now I'm excited. So and I'm sorry y'all, my fucking throat, I don't know, hold on. So I'll get the booking rooms, like, and so I booked the one that I had kept my eye on, and I didn't like think shit about it. Like, it was, you know, I'm like, it's got a little kitchenette in it, it had a double bed. So I booked the room. I sent Big T the link. She books a room right next to mine, and like, now we're all set. I'm like, we got the fucking car, like, we got the people, like, we're fucking lit, like, let's go. At the time, I had a guy that I was talking to, and I want y'all to keep that in mind. It was nothing serious, like, not serious at all. I was, at that time, I had just got out of a relationship with like my high school's, I wouldn't even call it a high school sweetheart. It was definitely not that, but like, I guess you would say like my first real situation. I don't know, I have a story time on that too, but anyway, so I was like outside, like I was dating, so like I was talking to him, but I was also talking to other guys. Anyway, we'll just call him friend, and I think this was like a Sunday night. Like, I was at friend house and I'm just telling friend about my plans, you know, I'm just excited, I'm just, you know, sharing my excitement with friend, and he like,
well, such and such, like my partner's gonna be down there, and such and such and such and such gonna be down there. Let me just hop in the car with y'all.
I'm like, okay, like, do you have like $100? Like, and that's just the first fucking amount that came to my mind. I'm thinking like, we could use that for like gas there and back. You want to ask fucking last minute, because like I said, this Sunday, and we was probably leaving like the next Thursday at this point. So he like, yeah, like,
I'll give it to you right now. So
we drove to the corner store. He went to the ATM, pulled out the 100 and gave it to me, and I was like, cool. And we had like a little group message, and I was just like, hey, like, we'll use this 100 for the gas. He just gonna hop in the car. Like, do anybody mind? Everybody like, nah, that's cool. Like, my friends, of course, they knew friend, and then like my coworkers, like, they didn't give a fuck. My coworkers was cool as fuck. So I'm like, everybody said yeah, so yeah, I guess you can hop in the car. So he like,
okay, bitch.
So fast forward to the day before we leave, I go get PP and Nicole. They stay the night at my house, and like, y'all, we are so excited. Like, we're super fucking excited. Like, we can't sleep. Like, we tossing and turning all night. So we go to sleep about 3, and I swear, y'all, like, as soon as I laid my fucking head down, my alarm went off. It was like I laid down and woke right back up. Like, it was so quick. I didn't get no sleep. Harry and Kay, they was gonna come to my grandparents' house where we were and pick us up. So we woke up, they was there right on time at 6 o'clock on the dot. We packing all our shit in the truck, and we pull off. And then after we pull off, we gotta go get friend. So we went and got friend, and we're out. So the whole time I'm like dozing off, waking back up, dozing off, waking back up, dozing off, waking back up. And I end up falling asleep on friend. So I fall asleep on friend, and I'm like this. I remember sleeping, I'm like this. So I wake the fuck up, I look around me, friends sleep, everybody in the back seat sleep, Kay sleep, and I look up, and the fucking driver, y'all, Harry Harry driving. Harry sleep, y'all. I'm like, this red flag number one. At this point, everybody up, because I woke up like, Harry, what the fuck you doing? Wake the fuck up. Harry was knocked the fuck out, y'all, running off the fucking road into like the gravel, like the little side lane. Nicole was a bitch, y'all. Just point blank period. Nicole was a bitch, and she was like,
Take me home. Like, take me the fuck home. Like, I don't trust this nigga no more. Like, what the fuck you doing?
So y'all, I'm like, Nicole, I'm getting Nicole to like chill out. I'm like, Harry, look, you got other people, kids in the car. Like, you gotta wake the fuck up. Like, don't pull that shit no more. Like, we good, but like, don't pull that shit no more. So y'all, Harry wake up or whatever, and you could tell he tired as fuck. So we was like, let's go to the store. Like, let's get some breakfast. Like, we gonna get you some fucking 5-hour energy, some Red Bull, whatever the fuck you need to stay up. At this point, y'all, honestly, I should have went home. I should have went home. I should have been like, turn this bitch around. So we stopped at the store. We get Harry like his Red Bull, his 5-hour energy. He get him some coffee, like anything you could think of to keep a nigga up. He got that shit and drunk it. So the rest of the ride was pretty smooth. So we get to Panama. It's about, I want to say it was about 2 p.m. or something like that. And the first thing we want to do is like go check in, go change clothes. So we all get to the hotel, and I'm not gonna make this a whole thing about the hotel, because baby, trust me, this is not what the story is about. Like, the story is not about the hotel. The hotel was the least of our worries, y'all. We get to the hotel though, and the hotel looks absolutely nothing like the fucking pictures. But like, you could tell by like everybody's facial reactions, like it was just like, we here like it is what it is. Like, people were so excited to just, you know, go explore and go turn up. Like, nobody really cared. The room, y'all, it was huge as fuck, but like the kitchenette outdated. Like, the beds, they still had like the fucking flower bedspreads on them. Like, it was not giving what it gave like on the pictures. And I could have sworn, like, when I drove by like my previous vacation with my parents, like the fucking pool was a pool, y'all. The pool was not a pool. Like, it was like dirty ass water at the bottom.
So I left that in there.
It was not a fucking pool. They had a gate around the fucking pool and everything. I'm like, the fuck? But we wasn't staying no pool, to be honest. So we was just like, it is what it is. So first thing we do is we all get dressed or whatever, put on like some casual shit, because y'all, we got there, I want to say we got there on a Thursday or a Friday. I don't know. I honestly don't know which one, but I know like it was the day that like the previous spring breakers were like preparing to go back home, and the new spring breakers, like our crowd, like they was coming in. So it was like, we just gonna chill this day, get some liquor, like just chill back at the room, you know what I'm saying? Probably play a few games and shit like that. So we all get dressed. We go to Walmart or whatever. Nobody could buy liquor but Harry. Harry was the only one 21. So he goes and buys all the fucking liquor for everybody. And we go back to the room. Like I said, Big T and her friends and stuff, they next door. But they kind of doing their own thing, which is cool. Like, we did agree that we were gonna go to the clubs together, but like everything else, it was free will. Like, y'all do what the fuck y'all wanna do. So we chilling or whatever, and that night was cool. Like, no problems. Like, the vibes were okay. Like, it was decent. Like, we ended up, you know, getting a little tipsy, and we took it in about 2:30. Like, nothing crazy happened like the first night. So I was thinking like, you know, shit gonna go smooth. Okay, so we wake up and we decide like, we're definitely going to get fucking scooters today. So the first thing we do, y'all, is go get scooters. Like, we get up, get dressed, get cute, or whatever the fuck cute was back then with our stupid fucking makeup and stupid outfits. Like, anyway, We get dressed, probably looking like boo-boo the fucking fools, but we get dressed, and at the time it was cute, so fuck it. And we go get scooters. We get to the scooter place, and Nicole, she like,
I'm not fucking driving one of them. I'm gonna wreck. I'm not getting a scooter.
and I'm like, well, bitch, you gotta just get on back with me. You gotta do something. Like, you're not finna just be, what, you wanna run behind the scooters? Like, the fuck you talking about? Like, you're not getting one. Like, are you gonna run, like, and chase us as we're fucking zooming down the road on the scooters? Like, no. I was like, bitch, just get on the back of the scooter with me. I'll drive. So me and Nicole, we get a scooter. Everybody else get their own individual scooters. So we riding or whatever, and me, Kay, PP, and Nicole, we split up from the boys, from Fran and Harry. Like, we let them go do their own thing, we go do our own thing. Like, we riding or whatever, we riding, enjoying ourselves, and we stop at a Target. And I forget what we were going in there for, like just some shit we had forgot to get the night before, and we're just gonna put them on our little scooters. So when we got back to the car, we could just go to the room or whatever. So we riding or whatever, and I get in Target, and Kay is like,
Hey, did you see Fran? Like, he had a bitch on the back of his bike.
and I'm like, oh, okay. Kay, like, I don't know. And it was really Kay's fault because y'all, Kay was like,
I mean, I know, like, y'all not really, you know, together or like even close, but like, you don't find it disrespectful?
like, y'all, she is like really trying to like put it in my head, like, and it was kind of like I'm kind of buying into it. So I'm like, no, not really, like, you know, I'm not tripping. And Kay, like, I do have another story about Kay. Like, Kay, she was like older, and she like had her shit together. So I, in a lot of ways, I looked up to her, and I would go to her for like advice and stuff. So she telling me like, you
know, I know you think this plain cool shit, like no rose, like we just, it is what it is, thing is cute, but like it's not, sis. Like, you need to figure out what the fuck y'all doing, or if y'all doing anything, and just do that. Like, don't have him out here making you look stupid or disrespecting you, and you brought him on this trip.
I'm like, she got a fucking point. And of course, PP and Nicole like, yeah, bitch, because we done tried to tell you, like, blah, 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 like, you know, co-signing and shit. So, like, now, okay, thank you, bitch, you didn't change my mood a little bit, but I guess I'll say something, because now I'm gonna look like a fucking scary bitch if I don't say nothing. Like, so we get back on the scooters or whatever, and we all riding, we all chilling, and we end up turning the scooters in, and we go back to the room and get dressed because we finna go to the club. So we do that or whatever, we turn our scooters in, go back to the room, and I just kind of pull him outside, and I was like, hey, like, I'm not really trying to like establish nothing here or nothing. Like, I just was like, I don't know like how to say this. If we talking, or like, you know, we got any type of, you know, anything going on, like, could you just not, like, while I'm like right there, like, you know what I'm saying, like, just, you know, keep it respectful, because I feel like, you know, if I was on that type of time in which I was, I'm not gonna do it in your face, you know what I'm saying, like, just not in my face, friend, like, you know, take that shit over there, friend. Y'all, after all that, like, I'm beating around the bush trying to make this as nice as possible. Like, y'all know what this nigga say? He said,
I don't even know why you tripping. We're not together. Like, it's not that deep. I don't know why you acting crazy.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
like, are we having the same conversation? Like, did you hear what I just said? I was so fucking mad, because what you're not gonna do is play me. Like, it was never giving that. Like, never was it giving that, y'all. So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you sound fucking stupid. Once I realized, like, okay, he a dumb one. Like, he a dumb hoe. Like, I walked off, y'all. I walked off, and like, that was it on that. But don't ask for no cootie cat. Don't ask for no cootie cat, because it's not gonna happen. Not happening. So anyway, I walk off, y'all, and Kay and fucking Nicole, they sitting in the cut like, what the fuck he say, what he say? So I'm telling them what he say, and they like, girl, fuck him. That's what I was trying to tell y'all, but okay. Moving on. So y'all, we get dressed, and like I said, we put on whatever stupid fucking makeup we was putting on at the time, and we decide we're gonna go to Club La Vila. For those of you who don't know, Club La Vila was like the biggest fucking club in PCB, and I called Big T like, hey, you know, y'all want to trail us? We're going to La Vila. And they like, hell yeah, like, you know, we almost done getting dressed. So everybody piled in both cars, and we heading down the road. Now, mind y'all, Front Beach Road was like the Ocean Drive of Miami. Like, it was the same, it was giving like the same vibes. So we driving down Front Beach Road or whatever. Everybody good, the vibes good, whatever. We get about maybe 2 miles down Front Beach Road, and all I hear is whoop, whoop. Red flag number 2, y'all. So the first thing I asked is, who got something in the car? Like, do anybody got something in the car? Like, let me know. Like, what the fuck is in this? Nothing is in this car, right? Like, besides this liquor that we can hurry up and chug down, is anything in the car? Everybody on one accord said no.
Nothing in the car. No, not that I know of. Not sure.
You know, a whole lot of this. And I didn't smoke, so I knew I ain't had nothing in the car. So I hurry up and chug my little last bit of Four Loko or whatever the fuck I had in my cup. Everybody else do the same. We put the cups on the ground, like stack them up into one stack, and like set them neatly like in the back, like behind where we sitting. So we sitting or whatever, waiting for the cops to come to the fucking car. So a cop comes to Harry's side, which Harry is driving, and he's like, license and registration, please. And y'all, he like not saying nothing. Like, Harry not moving, Harry not budging, like Harry ain't saying nothing. Harry's so fucking scared, y'all. Harry holding the steering wheel, looking straight forward. The cop right here, y'all, he like this. We like, what the fuck? Like, Harry, did you not hear him? Like, license and registration, please. Y'all know what the fuck Harry said?
Oh, I don't got no license, sir. My license suspended.
Huh? Harry, so you telling me you drove a whole bunch of minors from Alabama to Florida, 6 hours away, with no license? No license at all. You don't got no license. Harry, you don't got no license.
Y'all are going to jail. Period.
So Kay, she like chimes in. She like,
Sir, this is my daddy truck, so can we just switch?
and he was like, yeah, matter of fact, yeah. Can I see the registration? So Kay passes the officer the registration through the window, and he was like, okay, I do see, you know what I'm saying, you said your name is Blase, last name Blase, and this, you know, this does say, you know what I'm saying, that you're an authorized driver or whatever. So anyway, she like, yeah. So he like, yeah, y'all just go ahead and switch for me. So they switch, and he was like, as they're in the process of switching, he was like, hey, let me see your license. I'm just gonna go run it right quick, and then y'all good. Y'all, Kay was like,
my license suspended too, sir.
I think she's done. Are you, like, medically speaking, are you like
I'm not trying to be mean. Like, are you dumb?
I think she's done.
Kay, why the fuck, Kay, why the would you offer up a car and neither one of y'all that's driving has a fucking license? Like, the people in the back, we all had fucking licenses, but y'all swore to God y'all didn't need no help driving. Like, I didn't want to drive, but I would have fucking drove, especially when we got into PCB. Like, are you fucking dumb? So, like, at this point, everybody in the backseat, Nicole, she be in the car.
nah, see, that's why I shouldn't never came. I knew I shouldn't never came. Take me the fuck home. After all this, take me the fuck home, blase, blase. And
I'm just like, Nicole, shut the fuck up. But I'm mad too. PP at this point, PP don't really get mad. PP mad. Fucking friend, like, what the
Fuck out of, I don't even fuck with y'all like that. What I got myself into?
I'm just like, oh my fucking God, like, what? So after Kay say that, like, the whole energy of the officers, it changes. So the officers, they basically like, we need y'all, everybody get out the fucking car. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, we don't got nothing but like, fuck. So we all get out the car. Me and friend sitting on the curb. PP and Nicole, they standing to the side. They got Kay and Harry with them. So I'm like, they finna go to jail. And they bring their dogs out, y'all. Now, mind you, as they're bringing the dogs out, I'm looking, I'm like, oh my fucking God, let me call my mama. She finna have to come buy me out of jail. She gonna be mad as fuck because she was already iffy on letting me fucking hop in a big ass truck. That was like the whole thing, like, why are they taking that big ass truck? So I'm like, fuck, like, she's gonna kill me. So the whole time I'm thinking that, watching them take the fucking dogs to the car. Friend on the side, like,
See, I knew I should never fucking came. And you know, after this, we ain't gonna be able to fuck with each other, right?
I'm like, at this point, I done spaz. Because, like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, boy, shut the fuck up. I'm like, at this point, like, I didn't even, friend was like, I'm like, after we get back, like, friend, like, can go to hell. Like, real shit, y'all. Friend, he, like, I was like, fuck friend. Friend cool now that we grown, but, like, at that point, I was like, fuck friend. Like, friend giving me, like, fuck nigga vibes for sure on this trip. Anyway, I see the dog. He walks around to the back, of course, where we sitting, and goes fucking crazy, y'all. The dog fucking loses his mind. They pull out a fucking gram, two more blunts, and a pipe, like one of those little bowls that was popular to smoke out of. And they just asking everybody, they like, whose is this? Whose is this? Whose is this? Nobody's saying shit. I'm not finna claim nobody else shit. I know PP and Nicole don't smoke because those are my fucking friends, or at least they didn't on this trip. Friend, he smoked before he left. So, like, I'm like, nigga, like, did you bring some shit and ain't say nothing when I asked you? Like, that's lame. So now you giving me lame nigga vibes. I hope it's my friends. And then Kay and Harry, like, they not saying shit. They looking crazy. But both of y'all definitely smoked. Y'all smoked the whole way here. Like, what the fuck going on? So after about 10 minutes of them asking and being like, if don't nobody say nothing, we taking all of y'all to jail. Kay goes, it's
mine. It's mine, officer.
Kay. I know, like, at this point, I'm like, Kay, you a real ride or die, ain't it? Like, because I know it's not yours. Everybody knows it's Harry's, but, like, girl, you really gonna take a charge for Harry? Okay, Kay, like, better you than me, I guess, sis. So they take Kay to the car for a minute. They talk to her, and eventually they let us go. I want to say about 15 minutes after talking to her, they let everybody go because, like, they looking for big shit. They wasn't studying fucking maybe 2 grams in a bowl. Like, y'all, they was not studying that shit. So we head to the villa. We get to the door, y'all, because at this point, we just ready to get in and turn up. Everybody's paying their money. Like, Big T and all her friends, they had already paid their money to get in. And we was in line, of course, and Fran was first. Now, I do want to mention that Fran was about to become a junior. So he was a little bit younger than us. So I'm not thinking shit about that, like, because we literally went to the only club where they would let people under 18 in. I think it was like 16 and up. So, like, we get to the door or whatever. Friend in line, he patting his fucking pants down, y'all. Friend don't got his ID. I'm like, okay, friend, well, it's cool. Like, I'm asking Harry, like, y'all mind if, like, we take the truck and go back and get friend ID from the room? And Harry like,
shit, I don't care, but we finna go in. But y'all, you know, you got the keys, like, go ahead, just, you know, be careful.
I'm like, okay, cool, come on, friend, like, let's go get your ID. He was like,
no, like, I left it, like, back home.
You're done. year down.
Y'all, at this point, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm like, fuck everybody out here. Like, fuck all of y'all. Like, I'm over it. I wanna fucking go home. So y'all, like, at this point, everybody like, fuck it, like, take us back to the room. Like, what the fuck do you, friend, what the fuck do you mean you don't have your ID? Like, were you not thinking you're going on a fucking trip out the state? You didn't think to bring your ID, you dumb? At this point, I'm mad, y'all. Like, for real, I'm pissed the fuck off. So we all get back to the room, and at this point, like, we like tired. Like, it's been a long day. Like, fuck it, we're tired. So everybody laying down, and we start hearing movement. Like, we look over, y'all. Kay and Harry going at it in the bed right next to us, just going at it. At this point, like, I looked at PP. PP looked at me. I looked at Friend because he was on the side of me. We all looked at each other, and we just went to sleep. Like, I can't take no more today. Like, but there's more to come. So we get up the next morning, and this morning we decided we went and got something to eat. That was cool. Like, the outing, we went to, if y'all know what Pineapple Willie's is, I love that restaurant, y'all. Like, anytime I went there, I would go to that restaurant. So we went, got something to eat, everything cool. The next move, of course, is the BK. Like, the BK was like the club. If you know the BK and PCB, you know, like, the girls that get it, get it. We went there, y'all. It was a whole vibe. It was a whole vibe. But I'm noticing Harry, he getting a little too drunk. Like, it was to the point where he couldn't walk. So we all outside, like, we meet new people, we dancing, it's music playing, like, it's lit, like, we having a good time. But we not realizing that PP, like, she in the car taking care of Harry. Like, PP, y'all, was mad as fuck that she had to take care of Harry. So after we noticed it, which it took us like 2 hours to notice it, we all hopped back in the car. We drunk. We like giving PP jello shots. Like, we sorry. Like, you know, trying to apologize. PP not hearing it. We hop on the road or whatever. PP driving. Nicole, she's sitting next to PP in the front seat, and then it's me, Friend, and Harry and Kay in the back. Y'all, at this point, Harry and Kay, they arguing. Like, they going back and forth. I'm getting mad, and I just see, like, out of like my peripheral, because I'm really trying to look forward. I'm drunk, like, y'all finna kill my vibe. Out of my peripheral, y'all, Kay hauls off and hits Harry, and Harry fucking loses it on her, y'all. So they're fighting, like, they fighting so bad, they hitting me, y'all. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. Like, what else? Like, we can't never have we ain't had a good day, like a good full day yet. And they fucking fighting this shit. And we like telling Harry, like, we not with that shit. Like, you gotta stop that shit. Like, let's calm down. Like, we trying to calm him down. Like, do not fucking throw another punch. Like, do not do it. Cause y'all, they are fighting, and we like, don't throw another motherfucking punch. So we finally calmed them down, and we head back to our room. So at this point, we splitting up. Harry and Kay, they had some other friends down there, so for the rest of the night, they was with their other friends. Friend, he has some friends down there. He ended up going with his other friends. And then me, Nicole, and PP, we going to Shookums. And if y'all wasn't familiar with Shookums, that was like the urban club, like there in PCB. So we go to Shookums or whatever, and that was probably the best night I had, but it was just us three, y'all. And when I say we turned up, like, we turned the fuck up, y'all. We was all on stage, shaking ass or lack thereof, you know, whatever. But we like had a really good fucking time. So we having a great time or whatever, and we decide to leave. So I guess everybody decided like that they was finna meet back up at the room. So we all meet back up at the room or whatever, and there's like literally like nothing to do. Like at this point, we might as well get drunk in the room, y'all. So everybody getting drunk in the room, and Kay, like, she getting a little too intoxicated, y'all. So Kay, like, out of nowhere, she was like, Imani,
Bitch.
and she was like, let's
Have a D-second contest.
and I'm like, say what? I'm like, wait, bitch, what you, cause I'm drunk. Like, what you say, bitch? You said, huh? She was like, let's
Have a D-second contest. Like, bitch, whoever win this.
and I'm like, what, bitch? Like, are you okay? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no, we're not doing that. Like, that's not what we doing. Like, no, like, like, no, ma'am. So, this point, shit getting wild in the room, y'all. Moral of the story, like, it was getting fucking wild. And I'm like, y'all, we got to leave in the morning. Like, y'all doing a fucking lot. Like, we got to leave in the morning. Like, let's not, like, we got to go. So, y'all, after that, like, and I'm glamorizing that, but it made shit so awkward, y'all. So after that, like, we wake up the next morning before we leave, and we go to Pineapple Willie's again to eat before we left. And y'all, the picture was so fucking weird. Like, you could tell the vibes was off. Like, the crowd, like, just the group that went, like, I don't know why I would think that group would mesh. Like, it was just a whole lot of people with different personalities that ran in, like, different groups. Like, I just, looking back, I'm like, why would you mix those people? Like, you were bound for failure. But, like, it was like the more the merrier, the more the cheaper, like, the more turned up, y'all. So, like, we took that picture, and I'll put it up here if I can find it. And it was, you could just tell the vibes was off, y'all. The whole car ride there was silent until, of course, we fall back asleep. Everybody falling back asleep. And like the dumb teenagers we made the dumb decision to let Harry drive back. Y'all, we wake up this time, Harry has ran off the road.
Oh, shit. Bitch, get the fuck up, boy. Hey, boy, get right.
So we pull the same shit. Harry, wake the fuck up. Get the fuck up. We sick of this shit. We yelling, going crazy, everybody mad. I'm like, get me the fuck home. Like, everybody over, like, get me home. So after Harry wake the fuck up or whatever, he trying to calm everybody down. Like, so he started playing music, and he did kind of like change the mood. The mood did change after that. Like, I will say, like, everybody was kumbayaing in the fucking car after that, just talking about the trip that we had and how we coming back next year. Friend, though, he was getting on my motherfucking nerves, talking about how he can't wait to come back with his homeboys next year and all this bullshit, blase. But, like, I was really on the same shit, because I'm like, our freshman trip is gone. Nothing's gonna be able to top that. And when I tell y'all, it didn't. Like, nothing is ever gonna top my freshman trip for college to PCB. And I think that's gonna be my next story time, y'all. But yeah, like, we all end up kumbayaing back friends by the time we got back to the city, and we dropped everybody off. After that, in case y'all were wondering, nobody probably cares, but, like, me and friend, like, yeah, I had, like I said, I had another little friend, like, already. So, like, it was basically, like, that was confirmation that I needed to, like, just stick with my other little friend. And me and my other little friend, like, that's a whole nother story time. But yeah, like, we didn't talk. And then I had to work with the rest of them except for PP and Nicole. So, like, we just was talking about it, like, kind of reminiscing, like, telling everybody about us almost going to fucking jail and shit. And then PP and Nicole, like, you know, we're friends. So it was just like, we'll never pick that group again. Next year's just gonna be us, which it was. And we had a fucking blast. But like I said, that's another story time that's coming up. And that was it. Fun fact though, just to give y'all like a little cliffhanger, me and Nicole, like, we fall out. Me and PP are still very much friends to this day, but me and Nicole, we are not, like, at all. And I want to leave y'all with that little cliffhanger, because my very next story time, which I know I say this a lot, but legit, like I'm in the process of editing right now. It's going to be about how I cut off my toxic friend. And if you watch this, you will very much be able to kind of start making a timeline of shit, because this is starting off my like timeline of like unfortunate events, because all the rest of my story times, except for like my flashback story times from like middle school and shit, they happen after this trip. So yes, I want to leave y'all with that cliffhanger. My next story time is going to be about how I cut Nicole off and how messy that shit was. So I hope y'all like this video. Comment below how you felt about the video, and if you ever had like a vacation from fucking hell, or like if your senior trip like went worse than mine. I really want to know. Make sure y'all hit that like button, and please don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys.